think it's slavery. So, and he got another one called the Codified Word Guide, where you get to understand how they use the words to still push their agenda in our face. Right? It's another book called Unlocking the Word Code Racism or something like that. But all these books is like, and everybody look like me ought to have a book by Kwanzaa Kunjufu called State of Emergency. If you look like me, this is where we're working out of. The first chapter in that book is what we're working out of right now. This is what we trying to fix. We already know where all the information at. If you want to know the psychology of the ones oppressing us, Bobby E. Wright, Psychopathic Racial Personality. If you want to know what made them that way, Iceman Inheritance. Right? All of it is accessible now. They tore our shit down. Destruction of Black Civilization, Chancellor Williams. They stole it. You must return it. Yep. The Return of the Ancient Ones by Empress Verdiasi Tiara Gostinel Bey, Empress of the Moorish Nation. Put the motherfuckers out there on blast. They acknowledged their motherfucking treaties and how they lied, and then they had to give her the shit back. Dr. Malachi Z. York, let's set the record straight. You can't go wrong with no new YBN reading material written by York. Also, what's the other brother name? The Journey Home Group, the Marcus Project, in the Art and Science of Thinking. Get that shit. All of your religion, your ancient spiritual practices, we wasn't religious, and we never been religious, and they use religion to capture us by using our spiritual perception as a bondage. But our spiritual practices from the Kemetic schools is in Florida, Muwata Ashby, Sema Yoga Institute. I'm telling y'all where everything is. So y'all don't have to believe me. You can go check this shit out. You got Sister in New Orleans. You got the largest repository of indigenous Vadum culture is a so-called Jewish lady named Catherine Yorenwood, and she got Lucky Mojo Curio out of California. She got tons of information just on the website. If Muwata actually wasn't no point, I wouldn't be telling them. For those in the Philadelphia area, look for Reverend Ray Haggins. If you in D.C., well, oh man, I can't remember that preacher name. But they all telling you the story. The Olmec magic is concealed in the practices of Mexican culture. So look, I don't want to get too much into this, but let's say one of us look like me, go to dinner, and we watching the Mexicans. We go over a Mexican cookout. They're gonna be doing all our shit, but it's gonna be covered up by the shit they gave us. I have to tell it to y'all like that because y'all gotta know how to see it without seeing it. They're gonna be doing all our shit at the Puerto Rican cookout under the pretenses of a Catholic system. But they're going to be doing our shit, the original shit from the Boricuas and the Arawaks down there. They got the shit. We just not perceptive enough to see where it's at. The conjure rites from New Orleans is concealed in what we call the American Methodist Episcopal Church, the AME Church, because we couldn't practice openly our tradition, so we had to conceal it in they shit, right? When the motherfucking elders from them AME come fucking with you and they talking that Jesus shit, just tell them niggas to bump straight 3 times. Just say it. Space it out. Bump straight, nigga. They ain't keep talking. He still ain't talking right. Bump straight, nigga. Bump fucking straight. Now he gonna start telling all of the truth. And I ain't gonna start telling you all of the truth because you can put him on blast. TD Jakes, he know what's up. He know what's up. That nigga's trying to bump straight so hard. He been telling so much truth in the last year and a half. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened, Mr. Jakes. Oh, I forgot. We blew your shit up, nigga. We blew your shit up. Told you we was gonna do it. See, this how you get their attention. When these niggas think when they think they bigger than God because they got a big ass congregation and they take them fat collections up, don't touch them. Show them they can be touched by the divine. So they tried to end my video prematurely. And they still, look, it's finna log me out, y'all. I'm not trying to log out, but this motherfucker keep malfunctioning, so. But I'm gonna tell y'all, the Cubans got their shit back. Right now, we waiting on this Sweetwater ceremony oddities in Florida for the sister who gave her life to win the Haitian Revolution. As soon as she get honored, all doors start closing on the enemy at every angle. This is the hold up. In truth, is we got one major conjure still open, but it's in the sisters is on the job. They got a date set, and they gonna close that Haitian conjure out. It's gonna bring the whole white man world crumbling down, and y'all gonna see these motherfuckers for what they worth. They're not gonna be able to do anything about it. Our job right now is for me to talk to Rashad Jamal and show the people that it's not us. It's them pushing the narrative behind the scenes. We just see through it now. The first one has to be done in Florida because that's where the priestess came, and Florida is the finish line because that's the trunk of the elephant, and the trunk of the elephant sounds the alarm in all of our conjures. Flip your map upside down and look at it again. Right? So she came to Florida. Phase 1 is to put Haiti itself on notice, because if the homeland don't honor her and return her home with high honors, it will sink into the ocean. But the Haitians is on the job, so I'm not even worried about it no more. If y'all had seen me a couple of months ago, I was panicking about Haiti because I didn't think that we would find any assistance for the Haitians. And then the sisters stepped up and they said, we need more information. Explain this shit to us. That's right, free King Hoover, my motherfucking chief. So now that they putting it all together and they getting some heavyweight sisters with them, I'm like motherfucking James Cleveland. I ain't no ways tired and I ain't no ways worried. Right? So I think I done told y'all enough. So let me fast forward a little bit. So how did we figure this shit out? The first motherfucker to drag their shit into the public domain was named Prince Hall and his cohort Absalom Jones, formed what we know of today as the Prince Hall Masons, the Blue Lodge. Now, one thing you have to understand about the Prince Hall Masons is they was never chartered by the Blue Lodge York Rite. They went to Europe and they got a charter to practice Blue Lodge Masonry with a Scottish Rite charter. That's called a cross knock, right? So the only way that we can figure this shit out, we need somebody to go into the Red Lodge now and get the secrets out of the Red Lodge. Well, everybody was scared of them motherfuckers because them is the meanest of the mean. You don't believe me? Go try to talk to Angel Bay. If you got any bitch in you, you gonna fold up. Just he ain't gonna say nothing. He's just gonna be looking at you. But if you got any bitch in you, you gonna fold up when you face that man. That's what I'm talking about. Now they got thousands of these niggas. So Noble Drew Ali joined the Moorish Zionist. Noble Drew Ali joined the Moorish Zionist temple in New Jersey. Hey, they cutting me out. I don't know why they keep cutting me out, but Noble Drew Ali drugged the secrets out into the public domain. He told you that. I drug all of the secret societies' secrets out into the public domain. So the Boule, Steve Coakley give you a good description of them, but he don't never tell you who they talking to. They talking to the chiefs owning the land. Nipsey was extracted. He wasn't murdered, but it was a hit on Nipsey because he was going one-on-one with Mickey Mouse himself, the king of the rats, the king of the Moors, right? And they put a hit on Nipsey because they couldn't fuck with his intellect. Since they put a hit on him, the Nation of Islam extracted him. It's just that simple. I'm not going into that story no more because I've told it too many times. But there was a hit on Nipsey. That's why LeBron is in LA. LeBron not in LA because he wanted to be in LA. They couldn't control him at home in Cleveland. That's why they moved him out there to LA. So he can be if he don't bump straight. According to they bump straight. They bump straight crooked than a motherfucker. You know, they want you to do some nefarious shit like fucking little boys and fucking little girls and shit in order to make sure they got some dirt on you. You know. So once Noble Drew Ali put the secrets in the public domain, once you had Dubois had to inject it through the Boule system. It's a system. The Boule is not, it's a system. It's a system of information exchange, the Boule. But the Boule system was put into the educational system by what they call the Brown Paper Bag Club of Negroes. The Brown Paper Bag Club was the light-skinned Negroes who would get preferential treatment, but they still wasn't feeling the massa. Right? So they have to put the secrets where we can capture the secrets. Once we catch the secrets, then only the chiefs gonna know how to put this shit back together. Right? So they use divide and conquer. Yep, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. And Jack threw her ass in that well and tied her up with 13 knots. That's the story of Muhammad, the praiseworthy one, the 13 knots. Yep, sellouts. Look, the sellouts is not necessarily the one who appears to be the sellout. Uncle Tom, if you read the book, they thought he was the biggest sellout there was, so most motherfuckers stopped reading the book. But if you finish the book, you discover Uncle Tom was the one who set that shit off. He was the most prepared to overthrow the system of slavery they was under. Because he sat there close enough to the enemy to get the enemy to leak a few secrets here and there so he can put a puzzle together. Uncle Tom was the spook who sat by the door for the 1800s. Right? And the Jedi is the Yoda. And Yoda is Judah. And Judah ain't a Jew. Judah ain't never been called Jew. Right? And Judah, in short, is Jude. And Hey Jude was a song by the Beatles. And Hey Jude was on the same album as Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And the British invasion brought us a LSD, Lord Stone disciple, unification knot off a Tavistock mind control program and a secret to break it. And the secret to break the mind control is to smoke the ganja. This is why they be telling you in plain sight that they clearing out of Afghanistan. But they ain't talking about the Middle Eastern Afghanistan. They talking about where them Afghans smoke the gans. Or I should say where them chiefs be chiefing. You can't mind control a marijuana smoker. It won't work. It's something about smoking marijuana that's totally incompatible with mind control. I had to look at, I don't know which young Pappy you talk about because I know a few of them, like Pappy Mason, Papa Doc, you know, they called him Pappy, so I'm not sure who you're talking about. I had to look into the various ones or have a conversation to know which one you're talking about. Right. Okay, so now once all the secrets was put into the public domain, they started a campaign, the government started a campaign to villainize what we call gangs using something called television. And they done it with a series of productions called The Bowery Boys, West Side Story, shit like that. I haven't looked into that artist from Chicago, if that's what you're talking about, Mayo. Okay, so Larry is from Mississippi, right? And Angel Bay is from Mississippi. Both of them was born in Mississippi. I think Tookie came to California. His parents came before he was born. But the Mississippians is the ones that when the land is in total distress and disarray, the Mississippians responsible for putting this shit back together. Right? So you got three kings on the land, but the government, the artificial government that's masquerading as we the people, are actually a foreign corporate body, politic, meaning it's a political business. They books say all law is commercial. All law books are copyrighted in London, not in DC. That means that London owns the law. So who owns London? The Crown. If the Crown owns London and the books are all copyrighted in London and all law is commercial, it's a business institute in place of your actual and factual government. You have the de facto masquerading as the de jure in law. De facto mean we just acting the part. De jure mean we not actors. We the real motherfucking shit. Right? So as long as we believe that de facto is the fact, then we can't separate from the bullshit. All of these motherfuckers, Fauci, Biden, all the motherfuckers is puppets and masquerading, and as long as y'all follow their narrative, they control the story. As soon as you break away from their narrative, we control the story. Even though he wasn't the one that got killed, he was the cover story, the fall guy. So who was behind it? Who bankrolled the concert? His girlfriend bankrolled the concert. Whose birthday was it on the same day this shit happened? His girlfriend mama's birthday. What does his girlfriend mama get for her birthday? A blood right. She's 66. Right? It's a blood right. It's a blood ritual. 8 people to see the queen. And 66 flips to 99 on the turnaround. in order for a 6ix9ine left, 6ix9ine right to balance this. So no, Travis Scott is not the one. This is supposed to be the creating or the making of his fall. It's that simple. See, they never wanted y'all to know he tried to stop the concert and check on them people, so they kept that clip from hitting mainstream media. But it is what protect both of them brothers, right? And they can't fuck with Kanye right now. There's some more shit going on with the clans on the land that y'all gotta understand. They can't fuck with Kanye right now. He said, I've been trying to make them cancel me. They can't cancel me. It's a reason why they can't cancel him. They've been trying to make us think he crazy so we wouldn't pay him no attention. The gig is up. Now, the goal right now, all of the ones on the land who know we ain't come on no shit